Okay, so we all saw this hand just before we start recording and collectively kind of went blah.
I mean, it has land, but that's about all it has going for it.
You know what? We're not doing anything
if
until
one of those forests was a plains.
Even then, I probably wouldn't keep a hand that's the first thing it did just on turn 3.
Yeah.
I think this is just about always a mulligan.
Yeah, I feel we do get a better 6.
Okay. No, because we're on the play.
Are we? No, they play first.
Oh yeah, so we're on the draw.
With the
scry.
Yeah.
Any forest makes it sound pretty good.
Overgrown 2 makes it sound great.
We're bottoming that.
Yeah.
God, the cards are tiny.
Your computer's tiny.
My laptop screen is very small. Can we?
You can just close the graveyard as the side if you need.
Oh, yeah,
You can close the chat as well,
and close the graveyard.
And pop those out when you need them.
Exactly. Okay, first. Ooh.
That's
swing and a miss.
That's not quite a forest deck.
It's on the right track.
And land is still very good.
Land is still very good.
Green, blue.
That sort of body in mind makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what a green-blue deck does in this cube.
No.
Okay. So he's going to be doing some sort of combo type thing.
Yeah,
there we go. So the question is, what do we want to play?
I'm leaning towards Stoneforge Mystic. But I'm also not, because...
He's perfectly balanced.
What do you have against Stoneforge Mystic?
I don't really have anything against... I'm just thinking we've nothing to put the equipment on. We don't really need to if he's not putting any pressure.
We could throw down a Thalia, which might slow him down. It might disrupt him for next turn. The other thing we could do is just play an elf this turn and set up for a decent turn next turn, but I don't like that.
I'd prefer to use
all our mana, yeah. Thalia makes sense before Stoneforge because Thalia holds an equipment quite well.
Yeah.
And Stoneforge gets around Thalia's cost bump on the equipment.
Yes. This is why you are the main showman.
Now, everything I said could be just complete rubbish, but we'll see.
Look, if you say it with enough confidence, people will believe you.
That's the thing.
I do a business degree. Let me tell you, that's how it works.
Yeah. Say anything confidently, but
anything.
Well done.
Oh my
God. I like Thalia here because just looking at the curve, it looks like he might be trying to curve into like some more ramp, and I like disrupting that.
I got confused. Well, not confused. Forgot what Thalia did. So I was like, if he plays a fetch land, he's going to be because it's not. I thought it was like an Aiden Mindcester effect. I forgot.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
We have a Leonin Arbiter.
Yes, that
in
one.
the sideboard. So he's got 4 mana to work with. I like grabbing Jite here because it kills Cobra. Although I don't mind just putting pressure on him with body in mind, especially since, from the looks of things, he is just green-blue. Oh boy!
Okay.
Oh wow!
boy.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Okay.
Give us black mana, please.
So that's just the Jite, which we actually can't cast.
Oh boy.
Jite does not get Thalia through Pelucranos at this point in time, unfortunately. He can kill the Thalia next turn with Pelucranos Monstrous if that's what he wants to do with his turn. If we play an elf and he plays a land, he kills both, so I guess Stoneforge.
Yes.
Stoneforge grabs Sword of Body and Mind. Yes, please. Ah, come on now.
Oh wow. Your mouse is just going crazy.
Yeah.
Your mouse says seen our board state and it's gone, no, I'm out, man.
Playing a sword.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to be said for Skull Clamp when both our creatures are dead on board. Well, not both our creatures, sorry.
No attacks, obviously. So we just had some mana issues. I think with a stronger start, we could be very far ahead here.
Yeah.
Like, even if our turn 1 land was not a plains but a forest, if we drew them the other way around, I think this game could have gone very, very differently.
You're already talking in the past tense.
I don't think we're winning this. I think this is kind of...
He's going, like he says, like if he monsters this, he has a 6/6 Peregrinos.
And our play is going to be
Probably
elf, activate, Stoneforge, put sword into play.
We can claw it back.
If we are going to, it's going to be with sword. Makes a stream of chump blockers, gets through his defenses. So he's got 5 mana to work with, which is monstrous for 2 if he wants it. He's also just shown us 2 more colours.
Yeah. Although if you've got fetch lands, that could just be...
Could be 1 more colour.
Yeah.
So, the nice thing about fetch lands and duels in the cube is that, say, for example, he is a rug deck, taking the plateau basically turns, for example, if he's red, blue, green, it turns, say, a flooded strand into a blue, red land, and etc. etc.
Yeah, there's
He's going for the kill on...
both of them, isn't it?
You can't kill both. He's got 2 damage.
Oh yeah,
to
2
divide.
damage.
So he's going to go for the kill on the Thalia, I would imagine. No, he's going for the Stoneforge. That actually makes a bit of sense. Slows us down quite a bit.
Or Thalia, a way to make our stuff more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an issue.
I think we kind of forgot that we were also relying on artifacts when we...
Well, yeah, but our plan was to Stoneforge in.
That's true.
Also to, just be ramping.
I don't think we can block here, even if we are in a bad spot.
Well, there goes all of our hopes and dreams.
Well, we can play GT, but we can't equip it. I think I'm going to attack here.
Yeah.
And then probably follow up with an elf. Hey, these are the important decisions.
He's got better hair.
He does. He does have better hair.
I know. You gotta have the classic look.
Yeah, but
that is fantastic.
Look at that. That's
a
mane of hair.
Oh, all right, fine, you win.
And this guy just over here looking like Frodo.
Which one of them is the Finthorn? Finthorn elves, I suppose.
Yeah, they're both.
That's
elves.
Twice the hair. That's the 80s.
They're Finthorn elves, but they're only one druid. That's interesting.
Well, one's an elf and one's a druid.
Yeah.
One of them was born with it.
So here comes Pelucranos.
Well, this has gone well.
No, not really.
I love sitting at the table while some guy turns magic card siders at me.
Yeah, basically. There's a few ways we could do claw this back, though, but none of them are likely. Sign it. So Thalia so far has hurt us more than him. That's a data point. But
It is looking more and more like he is just 3 colours. Like a light splash of white or red. Could be just for like swords or paths or something.
yeah. Okay. Right. So we have options available to us. The land helps. One of those options is Thrag Tusk.
Yes. He buys us
a turn.
a turn if we don't block.
But I don't actually love that. I don't think.
Can we jet equip?
We can GT equip. Equip is 1, isn't it? Equip 2.
What does one?
We can GT equip, but then we're kind of...
It does the hella busted stuff.
But then we're kind of stuck at that point. We can't do a whole lot.
What does Bone Shredder destroy?
We don't have black
mana, so it's kind of
you're right,
kind of a moot point.
Whoops.
Practice does buy us 2 turns, in fact, actually.
Yeah.
And also, if we want to,
blocks,
we can do a double block with Thalia and Thragtusk.
That leaves us behind our first striker.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Oh no, yeah.
But I think Thragtusk is the only play that kind of keeps us in the game here.
I don't like making those kinds of plays, but sure, we have to.
Well, we make that.
If we can
so
stabilize
more plays,
exactly.
In the future.
Yeah. If we can stabilize and play sword, then we're very heavily stabilized. Can't attack with Thalia.
We're playing probably the slowest ramp deck I've ever seen.
It's not a ramp deck so much as the thing. It's a mid-rangey green-white deck that plays elves to get cheap threats out quickly.
The elves do help get around Thalia as well.
Yeah.
Now, on the plus side, our opponent also seems to be playing a fairly fair deck.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Okay. So he's just coming in. I'm going to go for the double block here. Worst case, we get blown out. We get a 3-3 left behind and Thalia's gone, which lets us make plays next turn. I think I'm happy enough with that.
Now we wait. I don't play an awful lot of Magic Online, but when I do play, I realise there is an awful lot of waiting in this game.
Yeah.
80% of this game is waiting around for things to happen.
Because in paper, passing priority is just
Yeah.
as opposed to
having to hit lots of buttons and and then the odd time your opponent goes and makes himself a sandwich. Which doesn't usually happen in a game of paper. Like it's not like they just leave for 8 minutes and it's like, sorry,
well, if it does, it's in a game of
making a sandwich.
It's not going to do anything for 30 minutes anyway.
Yeah. All right, this trade looks to be going through. Beautiful.
I feel like we should fill this empty space.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do on my next turn is play an equipped sword of body in mind.
Yes.
Almost no matter what. Now he's leaving up counter magic.
Just gonna stick it to his forehead.
Okay. He's leaving up all kinds of counter magic.
Yeah. Pretty much any counter spell.
And I feel like sword is sort of our primary win con in this matchup in particular.
Yeah.
Which makes me want to run out the GT first because they're pretty similar on this board.
Yeah. Does GT now kill both of his? No, it doesn't.
No, because we have to cast a spell in order to do that.
Yeah.
Fast bond, Lotus Cobra, so he's probably got a gush in the deck as well. One card in hand. If it's a counterspell, it's a counterspell. I feel like with the Hydra in play now, I want to just play the sword.
Yeah.
Although, what does GT do against?
Target creature gets -1/-1 or
Yeah, so we can kill the Cobra. We may trade for the Hydra unless he has an instant.
It gets 2 counters, doesn't it? Yeah, remove a count. Yeah, so we can actually just.
But it has to deal damage in order to get counters. In the first place.
Yeah.
We do have another land as well. Alright, what do you guys think? GT versus sword here. Sword, if it sticks, like basically the question is, do we think it has a counter spell? Because if sword resolves, it's very hard for us to lose the game.
Was he fast one just for?
If we play the GT now, draw out a counter spell.
It makes the Hydra hard to deal with, but
That's true.
does it in fact?
Because it's 3/3.
Let's just go for it.
Yeah.
I think we go for the GT as opposed to the sword.
I think we care more about the sword. This is the point where you stare intently at your opponent's lands.
Come on, mouse. I wanna look at the GT. Mouse. There we go. Okay, so even if he trades for the beast, we can kill the cobra. GT resolved. Side note.
And then we could play elves at the end of the turn. Or
I don't know if we even want to.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So he's either making an awkward trade.
The ability's on GT, right? They're moving counters.
Exactly, exactly. So even if GT's just sitting on the table, we can shoot down the cobra.
Good God.
It's a little good.
The first time I read it, I thought it was like deals combat damage to a player, and then I read it again, and it was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I read it again.
It's ridiculous. It's one of the best cards.
How does that work flavor wise? You drop your sword and it just jumps up and stabs someone.
Yeah, it's one of these like living sword type deals. I don't know.
I think it's meant to be just intimidation. It's just like a stick.
Yeah. Kamigawa had some cool kind of flavor. Tatsuma, do you remember this? The one, the sword that turns into a dragon.
Yeah,
that
that's
plus
cool.
five equipment. Very, very cool.
And then the sword comes back when the dragon goes away.
Okay, so no blocks.
In that case,
I'm happy enough to pass in that case, because what we can do is
if he plays a spell,
you can
kill the Hydra in response to its trigger.
We can't kill the Hydra. It's -2, -1.
Yeah.
What we can do though is if he attacks with the Hydra without playing a spell, -1ing that and +2 and the Mystic eats it.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario, we just kill off the Cobra. We could just kill off the Cobra now and just agree to take a hit, especially since GT can gain his life later. I'm kind of in the mood to kill the Cobra, especially with that fast bond play.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any fast bond gush infinite mana shenanigans. God. -1/-1 to the Cobra. And I'm now fairly confident the sword will stick, and at that point I feel like it's game over.
Yeah. We're clawing it back.
Just gradually poking people with various swords.
Yeah, this is what the deck do.
We've also managed the miracle of teaching a beast to use a sword.
Yeah. Like I said, glue it to his forehead. Turn him into a unibeast.
Indrik is getting rid of the GT. That's fine. That's actually not the end of the world. Because what we're going to do now is...
Do we, in response, +2/+2 the elf, just so it's a 3/3 to block the hit?
That's a 4. That's going to be a 4/4 you cast
Yeah.
a spell, so we're in fact going to gain some life.
Yeah.
Well, come on now. May as well let the Stomp Powder resolve.
Yeah. See where the trigger's going. He might decide he doesn't want
He wants to kill his own Signet
Yeah.
or his fast band or something. I'm just being very careful to make sure I do this at the right
to
time.
not spam F6.
So in response, we're going to attempt to remove a counter and gain 2 life. There we go.
Okay, things have happened.
We'll take a hit here. It's not so bad. And then Pride Mage is interesting, but I think it's just definitely sword here. Sword onto... Now here's a question. Sword onto the Mystic or sword onto the Beast? The Beast doesn't actually fight any better than the Mystic. So I think it's going to be onto the Beast because that's a faster clock. Because they're both chumpers on this board.
Well, also we're going to get a wolf either way.
Yeah. No protection from your board. And probably your
This
deck.
is a 3-turn clock.
It is a 3-turn clock in a couple of different ways. Yeah.
We should look at his graveyard to get info on his deck.
You've been watching Windmill Slam.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's Windmill Slam's a great here's how not to play cube, you know, because we just never do that. We never sideboard.
See, look, I'm actually a positive influence on being here.
Yeah, this is great. Okay, so he was a Bant deck.
Okay, yes.
With Geist of Saint Draft and some kind of minor counter. So he's kind of a Bant tempo deck, but he's this particular draw he had. He's the Bant version of our deck, you know. We're playing a little bit of black. He's playing a little bit of blue, but they're very similar in construction.
Do we jump the Hydra with the wolf?
We jump the Hydra with the wolf. I think we take the hit from the Stomp Howler.
I feel
that might be wrong.
We can probably take the hit, right?
What's the Stomp Howler giving us?
4.
4. Mm.
Yeah, I think we can take the hit.
Because we don't really need to play spells anymore, right?
Do we take more damage than I thought?
The Hydra has trampled.
Oh boy!
Okay.
Yeah, that's not something I was aware of. So we should be jumping the Stomp Howler.
Crap.
So we just took 2 unnecessary points of damage.
Can we... How big is it? It's a 5/5. Can we put enough stuff on board to not die to it?
No, because everything we play
makes it bigger again.
So that was a screw up, and that probably cost us the game.
But it's a fight. Well, we could just not swing.
But then what? What's the plan?
Block the
Never
Hydra.
swing?
Block the Hydra.
He's not attacking into a 5/5
Yeah,
pro blue. Also, he can just play a spell.
Yeah. But if we don't attack, we give ourselves a chance to draw black mana to play the Bone Shredder.
I don't love it.
Well, if we do attack, we definitely die, don't we?
I'm super frustrated.
No, that was very, very silly of us. Okay.
I actually do feel like not attacking is the best way to...
There's a way to survive here. I think the way to survive is we move the sword to the Mystic, attack with the Mystic, and play Pride Mage.
Yeah.
And then we have a Wolf, a Pride Mage, and a Beast. So that's 5 toughness in front of the high. That principle relies on him
only playing 1 spell.
No, we can shift the sword back.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the way we win.
Yeah, that plays more to win than to not lose.
Yeah. Because that's basically if any creature and the sword lives.
Yeah.
We win.
It is also janky bullshit, which is fun.
I think it makes sense.
Those two things are not necessarily completely on opposite ends of the spectrum.
That's true. Watch us hitting Eldrazi.
Oh, Jesus. Armageddon.
Minor point. Well, not minor, maybe, but should we play the Pride Mage first for the extra damage?
Yes, we should have, but I went into autopilot because I just assumed we weren't winning off damage.
Yeah, that's fair. And now we move the sword back.
The wolf's going in front of the Stomp Howler. So onto either Pride Mage or Beast, and probably onto the Pride Mage because it has a bit more utility. We want to keep that alive more.
Yes.
We die to any removal.
Well, I mean, the punch definitely made the game more exciting. Look, silver lining, okay?
Yeah.
Is that in this cube?
I don't think that's a card.
It is now.
Silver lining.
Yeah.
Okay.
I play it all the time.
There's a Mana War in his deck. That would have killed us. There's a... Is that going to kill us? That might kill us.
If he plays one more spell, we're dead.
No. We live through an 8-8. He's played 2 more spells.
Okay. What?
He was just playing it for the trigger.
Okay.
But we live through this.
And then the Elvish Mystic survives to win the game.
And so does the Pride Mage. If it will allow me to assign blockers, we'll be okay. God, this is tight. This is game 1 as well. We got another game to win and we're very behind on time. This is a problem I have playing Magic Online, is I'm always very behind on time.
Yeah.
Don't move quick enough.
Seems to... I don't know if I would say it would punish thinking about your plays more, but...
You just have to be able to execute properly.
It definitely punishes people who don't play Magic Online very often.
Yes.
Well, you could say that about any game, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
All right.
Oh god, I'm so sorry about that.
What do you mean?
Saying, oh, we should block the Hydra. Oh shit, the Hydra has trample.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry,
So
Oisin's head nearly exploded. I thought it was very entertaining.
we're up against another fair mid-range deck. I think Thalia, like you were saying, is probably just worse than
Acidic Slime
another
might be good.
2-drop.
Leon and Arbiter? Does he?
Leon Arbiter hurts us.
Yeah. Wall of Omens?
It might actually just be Wall of Omens.
What did I fucking tell you?
or we can just keep the Thalia in.
Or we keep Stadia. Is Acidic Slime worse than for anything? What does Acidic Slime kill?
Acidic Slime doesn't kill creatures.
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably we want to find a way to get ultimate price in there.
Yes.
Which probably just involves cutting a forest, adding a swamp.
Yes.
So we didn't get any black sources in that game, did we?
No.
No, but we have 5 or so.
7 now. 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4. Yeah.
Alright, I'm in.
Yeah, seems legit.
Sure.
Sword of Body Mind seems perfect against them.
That game was hard.
Or would we rather have Song of the Dryads versus him? Nah, Ultimate Price seems better than Song of the Dryads.
Yeah.
It's just quicker. Okay, let's do it.
Someone's gonna watch that match and start screaming when we
block the Manigor Hydra, yeah. It's got trample!
No,
It's
what are
got
you
trample!
doing? Did we take more damage than we should have there?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. It's good. It's a learning experience. Manigor Hydra has trample.
Note to selves.
Yeah. Good card.
Yeah.
I had one in
Beat the shit out of me yesterday.
in a sealed deck. It's an Origins card, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, had one in a sealed deck one time. Very, very strong.
I feel like you look at it and you're just like, I mean, it's probably okay, and you play it and it's just like, okay,
Like,
what if it sticks?
It's very often, if it sticks until your next turn, it's a 3-mana 3/3. And it only gets bigger from there. Three mana 3/3 trample, even.
Alternate wind.
Yeah,
time
can't
storm,
forget that shit.
anyone?
Yeah, I've seen it in. I've seen Gutter Snipe in Storm.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Come on, man. Come on, oh yes, cool, great.
Oh, yeah, cool, great.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone you're talking to and they're just on their
Yeah,
phone.
they're on their phone the whole time. Oh yeah, cool, great. Right.
Oh, here we go.
We're waiting for him to decide whether to play first. We have about 3 minutes to make up, but on the plus side we're up again. Now this doesn't have any green in it. It has pod though.
I do like pod.
I do like pod, but it doesn't have any green. We have 9, 10 green sources right now.
Yeah, not counting the arrows and shit.
What do you think?
Like a third of the rest of our deck is green.
We're on a draw, right? Oh, yeah.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, sure.
This is
Drawing a green source gives us Pride Mage in turn 2, which is fine.
Pride Mage on 10-2, we can pod that into something like a Witness or a Blade Splicer.
Podding into Witness is pretty nice.
When you pick up what you podded. Things ain't bad.
Finks is a play if we don't draw us Forest.
Yeah, absolutely. And podding away Finks is nuts.
Do you want to close the chat there?
Oh yeah.
Sound.
So he's got all 3 of his colours. Lucky for him.
Okay.
Do you want to go into the game's code and change Pride Mage's costs to hybrid?
Sound, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
Worse, that's allowed, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely allowed in the T's and C's.
Yeah, do what you want, pal.
Yeah, it's not a lot of work.
Oh!
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
cool,
yeah,
great.
okay, right.
Sword no longer gets through everything.
We did bring in that ultimate prize, didn't we?
I'm just trying to think what the best line here is.
We can't play a turn 4th run.
I'm going to play the Finks here.
Yes.
My reasoning being we can next turn pod Finks away and have Lodestone Golem.
Yes.
That is the only 4-drop in our deck now because we've got Throne in our hand.
On an off note, you know the hybrid mana costs? Have you seen the menu for Figure Destiny?
Oh god,
It's a
yeah.
monster.
It's pretty bad, alright.
It's like the length of the entire client. Like, which one of these costs would you like to pay?
And then the more abilities you have, like, it's miserable.
It gets worse.
It gets worse, yeah. In stark contrast to the it gets better movement. Magic Online, it gets worse.
So if he stacks these triggers properly, we're taking 7.
Hey, but
Stack
we went
the
up
triggers
to.
properly. I think that's just going to kill us by itself. This is the problem. Our deck just doesn't have an answer to this kind of stuff.
It also doesn't do a lot in the first 3 or 4 turns.
Yeah, it's concerning. We can't even block a soldier token.
Oh yeah.
Because we need that.
And we're going to pay another 4 to do this pod play, which will hopefully allow us to trade for hero. Yeah, I'm not loving our position here. Come on. What you got?
Come on, bear.
I mean, I don't even know if oh god, I don't even know if the Lodestone Golem does anything. There's a forest. It's a bit late.
That doesn't even save us any life.
I'm tempted to just concede here and move on to the next game.
Well, we are significantly behind on time, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, when we look back at this video, there's a very clear crux point.
Where we kept the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was probably a mistake.
card.
Do we want Massacre Worm against that stuff?
See, we're like,
It's too slow.
the thing is, we're only going to cast Massacre Worm like either super late in the game or with pod.
Yeah.
I don't like either of those positions.
Alright, let's run it back. So we both built bad decks. The two of us that are playing in round one are playing with fair decks that don't really do enough, but his does a little bit more. We were talking there earlier when off mic about what we could have passed, and we noticed, again, 2020 hindsight, but there was probably a very good artifact deck. Metalworker, called off Forge Master. We have a Mox. There were some signets we passed.
There was a Trinket Mage, there was a Sundering Titan.
And an Inkwell Leviathan.
Wasn't there? Didn't we say there was a...
And Tolarian Academy.
Tolarian Academy as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could have had a pretty cool artifacty type deck.
I
think we passed Staff of Domination as well, which is a combo with Metalworker.
I feel like we kind of tunnel vision into, we're only getting fair cards.
But yeah, hindsight's 2020. Would you like to play first? Sure. I feel like this has to be a keep, and maybe that's just completely wrong, but it's got all our colours in there. It doesn't do a lot, but it has answers to early threats. I'm going to keep this.
Yeah. Any
creature makes this end pretty good.
Worth noting that it doesn't cast Eternal Witness.
No. That's why I said any creatures, because if we can stick a sword down and protect it with an ultimate price. Eternal Witness picks up ultimate price if we ever get the second green. An elf.
He got really good mana. I think that's a lot of the problem with this deck.
The mana sucks.
Yeah.
It's possible we should just not be playing the black.
I could see that.
I think part of the problem with our mana is like we didn't know what colours we were in until midway through pack 3, so we couldn't pick any fixing or anything.
There's a coalition relic.
It's much nicer with a turn 1 elf.
It is much nicer with a turn 1 elf.
Remember
I
that
should have
time
played a black source so we could cast an ultimate price if we wanted.
Remember that time at WorkCon when you and I just turned to another and
when we were playing, yeah.
I feel like this is that situation again.
Do you want to explain that for the benefit of both me and everyone else?
We were playing Two-Headed Giant Sealed, which is an odd format to begin with.
It was Theros
Two-Headed Giant Sealed.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, we're both exceptionally hungover as well.
Yeah.
At this
I got you coffee for that.
No, this was the year before.
Okay.
So we had just terrible decks.
Yeah,
and I don't. This one we screwed up.
We just got bad.
A pile of terrible cards.
The best card we got was a 100-handed one, which is pretty good.
Still a good card.
I think the second best thing after that was, I don't know, fucking Temple.
Yeah, it was just poor, and the curves were wrong, and the colours were like weirdly distributed.
So at some point during round 2, Oisin just turns to me and goes, "Jeff, I think our decks are bad."
And then we left and got more drink.
We left, got more beer, and forgot it ever happened.
Yeah.
Until right now.
Oh God.
That's fine.
Thanks, dude.
My brother's in the other room. I think he's playing like Counter Strike or something. He's gonna play a land now. No, okay.
This would be very funny if this is your brother's MTGO again.
So we get at the beginning of your wolf here. We get a green mana. Right, I think we want to ultimate price that.
Yeah, we can ultimate price that and then play Eternal Witness to get back to the ultimate price.
I think that's probably a pretty good line.
Yeah. Using the white.
Absolutely. And then Witness back.
Oh, we still have mana left over.
We have a charge counter, yeah. Come on.
It does it automatically if there's only one target.
Yeah, yep. So we need to pick up the pace now. Oh boy. Yes, please. And then we'll just float this now. And pass.
Now you just, was it F8? Or whatever
F6 is the key. I use Q.
Okay.
Looks kind of like a 6.
I just like having the Q, W, and E set up.
Oh, yeah.
F3, F6 because my F keys are tiny as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I always felt the F keys were weird to use for things because there's like a
Oh,
space.
boy.
Between, oh god.
That's actually not too bad. So we want to remove that. Get green.
I love that reaction. Oh god! It's not that bad.
It isn't actually. I don't think it's that bad.
We can play Wolf or Silverheart and make Jai-Husive.
I think I'm going to play a sword.
Jai-Husive?
A sword makes sword makes wolves which block Geist. Sword makes wolves which block the Geist.
Yeah.
That was actually really poor. If he has a counterspell here, I'm going to be very annoyed at myself. I don't think he can have a counterspell. Just because I floated all the mana for play and equip when if he countered it, I would want to play the Pride Mage.
Oh yeah. Is Geist the one that makes a thing tap and attacking?
Makes a 4/4 angel tap and attacking, and that goes at the end of combat. But when we're taking 4 here, and his Geist is dying. Ideally. Can't even mana ward Eternal Witness because he's got Pro Blue. He's on a pretty quick clock.
Sorry.
Yeah. Mostly from the mill as opposed to the damage. But we can still play a wolf here.
What's that? What was that thing he had last round with the... Or not last round, last game with the destroy target artifact?
Oh, Indrik Stompowder.
Yeah.
Indrik Stompowder would be pretty bad. But then wolf here might close out the game pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, next turn we could make Wolf here as an Eternal Witness anyway. And
Okay. Main decking Indrik Stompowder is a call I like in this cube just because there's a ton of... I might just multi-press that.
we might just kill that straight away.
Hierarch, fair enough.
Hierarch makes it Wolf just chump now.
In that case, do we kill the Hierarch? No, we still kill the Hydra.
No, because the Hydra's going to get out of hand, and we can just like we're providing a stream of jumpers for. Not the Eternal.
No attack. I think he forgot the Exalted.
I think he did.
Primeval Titan's pretty nice.
I still think it's Wolfir. Is it? Do you think?
Wolfir on the wolf maybe, because we're winning with mill.
Yeah.
Regardless. Although it is a 2-turn damage clock as well. It's a 2-turn mill clock or a 2-turn damage clock.
And we have a 4-minute actual clock.
They're almost never going to be separated while the sword exists.
Yeah. So I'd actually rather play this prime time. I think.
Yeah, that.
Don't know why I did it pre-combat, but this is what happens when you're rushing a little bit. Use the ability, yes please. Give me Ogre Tomb and a Plains, I suppose.
See, when we get good mana, our deck's as good as his.
Yeah. I just need to be a little bit quicker on the clock.
It'll hardly take us 3 minutes 40. I don't know how long on average Magic Online takes to.
No, it should be okay.
Realize.
Should be okay if this works, you know.
Maybe playing pre-combat thing was a mistake, just in case he plays like a path or swords or something.
Well, if he was going to play a path or swords, he'd do it after attacks anyway.
Yeah.
So it would make a huge difference. But it was a mistake. There's no reason to do it. I think it's going to be very difficult for him to both. Nah, he just has to remove the sword to win it, I suppose. But then
yeah, because he'll pretty much win on time if he gets rid of the sword.
So Wolfir with prime time is a pretty big.
That's again a 2-turn clock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 1 turn clock. Oh no, it's 2. Yeah, because Wolf will have summoning sequence. Yes, that's how that works. Okay, yeah, cool.
Wolfir with Pride Mage? Because we're going to hit him down to...
Magic 101 over here with Jeff.
Pride Mage gives Exalted as well.
Is he going to pick T again?
He can afford to take his time thinking about this.
8-minute sandwich though. That puts him into
It's my favourite flavour of sandwich. I tried the 6-minute one, I wasn't impressed.
No.
7.5, man. That's the golden area.
I had a 5-hour energy about 6 hours ago and I'm starting to feel it.
Like, feel the lack of it?
Yeah.
Oh. We will give you energy in 5 hours.
No, you have a 5-hour energy with your 6-minute sandwich and...
I'm genuinely unsure as to whether or not that was a joke.
It was.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I didn't know.
Come on then.
Oh, he might be pulling like a fake out to make us go or make us think that, oh, he hasn't passed priority back, and then we look and we're on like 1 minute.
Sneaky.
Or maybe he actually just is gone for that 7-minute sandwich or whatever. I don't know. I forget the continuity of the joke already.
Come on.
Continuity joke is bread, meat, cheese, sauce, bread.
Alright. I might just pause until he gets back. Every time I pause, he comes back immediately though. And we're back.
And front.
I think he was trying to freak us out. Attack. Would you attack? Okay, that's attacking.
Okay.
Could have attacked with the wolf there.
Yeah.
Pretty decent attack actually, because it's more likely to make primetime lethal next turn.
If for primetime 2 wolves is lethal next turn, no. Well, with Wolfir.
With Wolfir and maybe with Pride Mage. Depends on what he leaves back to block.
Probably play it all, can we? I play.
Well, we can easily play it all, yeah.
Alright, it all comes down to this, really, doesn't it? This particular turn.
This next turn is our kill turn. Yeah,
that's our kill turn. So whether we win or not,
he has to do 20 or waste 3 minutes of our time.
Waste 3 minutes of our time while not wasting 3.5 of his is going to be tricky.
Yes. I tap this. Okay, now I untap it.
Sure. Okay, yeah, sure. Carry on. Well, how did that chat get open again?
I don't know if we ever closed it.
Oh no, continuity error. This is a whole new game. Played out exactly the same.
Loku.
Does she make colourless spirits?
No, she makes blue illusions. I think she's... You know what she's there for? She's there for a Lotus Cobra fast band combo.
Yeah. So he built a mid-range deck with a combo in it.
A combo.
For infinite mana.
Not infinite. You're limited by the amount of life you have.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
We did it, Reddit.
We got there eventually. That was grueling, and I don't think we're winning another match after that. But that's the wrong attitude to have. Okay, we'll see.